Before I go on with this week's episode, I just want to apologize for the lack of real analysis for the last couple of videos. College has really been over encumbering lately and is nothing short of difficult trying to balance YouTube with school. That being said, thank you for a bunch of listeners who genuinely enjoy my work. So with that out of the way, I actually have some interesting news to discuss this week, including a probable leak. Before I talk about the supposed leak, there are a couple of points I want to go through first. Remember in episode 2 of this series, I went in depth with the possible Majora's Mask remake, but I have stated that developing a remake is not development team number 3's main focus. While I stand by that particular statement that Zelda Wii U is currently the main focus, that doesn't shine away the possibility that a remake, particularly a Majora's Mask remake, isn't too far off in the horizon. From this article from Wii U Daily, it has been stated that references found in both Link Between Worlds and the latest Smash Brothers has been requested in particular from Aonuma's personal team. Now, this may or may not be subtle references. For all we know, Aonuma is just adding Majora's Mask references either because he feels like it or is hinting at a possible remake. The latter obviously seems the most likely, since why put the extra unnecessary effort into something that means nothing. It has been stated that when Link Between Worlds was under planning stages, Aonuma had a decision to make. One was to follow through with a sequel to Link to the Past or remake Majora's Mask. Obviously, Aonuma decided to work on a Link to the Past sequel, which honestly I believe is the better decision. Now, listen to the past statement. If Aonuma was at an ultimatum and creating either a sequel to an already established game or developing a remake, then that does imply that Aonuma was seriously considering developing a Majora's Mask remake. That in itself would imply that a Majora's Mask remake isn't too far off. Now then, let's take a look at Grezzo, the developer of the Ocarina of Time remake for the 3DS. As you may have already known, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask share the same engine and many of the same mechanics. They are companion titles to a degree. It is a more than obvious assumption that the same developer that has worked on a remake for Ocarina of Time will also remake its brother title Majora's Mask. And if that's the case, then development team number 3 can use all of its resources on developing Zelda Wii U, while a separate third-party team is working on a remake. Now then, let's take a look at remakes in general. Remakes tend to be announced and released in the same year. No promises, but let's say hypothetically that if Majora's Mask remake is announced at E3 2014, then it is more than likely that it will be released in the same year 2014. Same goes if it is announced in 2015. However, I have doubts that it will be released in 2014. I feel as though Nintendo is too busy marketing Mario Kart and Smash Brothers to divert any more focus, considering that Zelda Wii U will be announced at E3. So best case scenario, it is possible that a Majora's Mask remake may be announced at a later event. Perhaps Gamescom, in which Nintendo revealed they will be attending. While we're on the topic on E3, let's talk a little about Hyrule Warriors. It is surprising to say the least that we have received absolutely no new information about the title since its reveal. My bet is that more information and a new name for the title will also be revealed at E3. Now then, let's talk about the leak I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Before I talk about the leak, always remember to take these things with a grain of salt. This particular leak came from Reddit, Red Flag there, who claims the next Legend of Zelda will be called The Legend of Zelda Protectors of the Sun, or something similar to that nature. The screen cap portrays a photo and a couple of attributes that the game will also emphasize. However, this leak is most probably fake since the photo attached is actually from a different game altogether, which is called Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, before I get some comments that will state then why did you talk about it then, I have several reasons. One is getting rid of misinformation. The misinformed will always stray away with not only themselves but others around them. Getting rid of what is false will make what is true much more clearer. The second reason is optimism. Remember the first leaked poster of Skyward Sword? Many fans at first were skeptical at the poster, and rightly so. I'm just bringing up the point similar to a Crying Wolf reference. We must be skeptical but also with an open mind just in case a leak that is true jumps up on us. Now, that's all information I have for you guys this week. If you wish to follow more on McIntyre Productions, follow us on Twitter. A special thanks goes to the Full Metal Hokage, GameMech10, and Richard Archer for contributing to this week's episode. If you want to contribute for next week's episode, comment below with a source and I'll feature your name on next week's video. Episode 20 will be released on April 28th next Monday. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're new. Till then, this is the video of the day.
You can't defeat me, Link! No one has been able to do.
Hurry, Link! Take the sword!
Yeah, great throw, Zelda. Well, Gunnan, looks like you're screwed.
Eat my
Link, you did it!
I know. And I did it all for you, Zelda. But now that it's over, me and you can engage in lots and lots of elf sex.
No, Link! You've missed out on your childhood. You must go back.
Wait, what? No, I don't want to go back.
Live your life.
But I don't want to live my life. I just want to have sex with you.
But you gotta live your childhood.
But I don't want to live my...
Live your goddamn childhood!
No, please don't do this to me, Zelda. Please, no, I'm begging you. I don't want to be a kid. I don't want to be a kid.